Hey guys, Ron here once again, Mastering Execution episode number 10. On this video, I wanted to focus on growing small accounts. I want to show you how I took $1,300 and turned it into $6,100, $6,200 in just 10 days. So I just wanted to go ahead and cover that. This was a SPY trade. I like the SPY, especially for smaller accounts because it's a cheaper ETF to trade. It's cheap. You can trade it very cheaply. You can get a lot more contracts and kind of let your account grow by trading something that, it's fairly easy to read, I would say. I mean, the expectation on this, especially when you're using the market moves formula, it kind of works out a little bit better because now you know what to expect. It's something you're following daily. So it's just, I couldn't deny this trade. It was setting up a very nice pattern, and I'll go ahead and show you guys soon how that pattern worked out because it was just a great trade. The main thing I've got to let you guys know, this is not my main account. It's a smaller account. It started at $1,500 when I took this trade. And I was very, very confident on this trade, so I went in a little heavier than I would normally recommend. But because of the setup that was coming in, I just couldn't deny it, so I took it. And obviously, this is the result of it. Second, I was on vacation at the time, so I did miss my best opportunity to exit the position because I did not have my limit set at the time. So I didn't max out on this. This probably could have been a $10,000 to $12,000 trade. I'm pretty sure I probably didn't even log into my account that day to actually see it, because I'm pretty sure I probably could have got 10 to 12,000, if not 15, out of this one. Had I taken it out on the 10th, so 4 days earlier. But I was on vacation, not always looking at my phone, taking care of the kids, having fun and stuff. So I just was not able to capitalize on the maximum profit here. So I'll go ahead and just show you guys what I was able to do here, okay? So this is the trade. This is on my E-Trade account. It was a SPY trade down here. As you can see here, I took $1,300, turned it into $6,100 here. Okay, obviously I did a couple more trades the days that followed, and I did okay on some of these. This one not so good. These did pretty well, and so on. So the smaller ones are ones that I'm getting stopped out on, guys. I don't like to let the move come back against me and put me in the red. So that's why you see such small profits. Usually when I get stopped out, because I keep moving my stop, but I'm not gonna let it get in the red, and then I can always get back in. So I got stopped out on the 19th. Later on that day, I got back in at a different strike, and I let it run again. You see what I'm saying? I got back in, I layered in. So you can see here, I got 10 I got back in, and I just let it play out that way. So I got 5 on the 19th, I got 10 on the 19th, and then I got rid of 5 on the 20th, and then another 5 on the 21st. So that was another good trade, but I'm gonna go ahead and just focus on this one for today, because I just wanted to show the point that you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to look for an immediate move. You just gotta kind of trust the move and let it play out. If you planned it out, you know what I mean, accordingly. So this is the position. I opened it at 9:36, as I mentioned before. I kind of like to let the market settle in. This was a put play, obviously, so I'm expecting the markets to head lower. But I want to make sure that before I get in that, the markets aren't going to decide to, continue the uptrend, or, decide to go higher on me or something. So I want to let the market settle in, and also let the prices settle so that I don't overpay for my options here. So I got in at 9:36. And then 10 days later, I got out at 10:40. As I've mentioned in previous videos, this is a key time frame for me. I keep a close eye on it. And if I see a pattern forming, that I don't like or that goes against my trade, I'm just going to go ahead and take my profits. It just so happened that I logged in. I took a look at the time and the pattern that was forming, and I didn't like it. It did continue to head lower for the rest of the day. I didn't get back in that day. As you guys saw, I didn't get back in until the 18th. I didn't start trading again on the SPY, and I missed out on a lot. But it's okay, it's, again, I was on vacation. I wasn't really paying attention to the markets as much. But this is the pattern that was being set up, guys. Right here. This is the 4th, okay? So, well, this is the 3rd. Sorry, that was the 3rd. And this is the 4th here. So I was not able to get in at the end of the day on the 3rd. But I did see the opportunity on the 4th. What happened here? We gapped down. So we got the gap down we were expecting. And this is the black, what we like to call a black candle setup, guys. If you're not familiar with the black candle setup, I've talked to a few of you that got the 20-minute free coaching calls via Leo service. And I've explained this. I've shown some of you how to play these basically at the end of the day for the most part. Or if not, you can do it in the beginning and the next day if it starts to play out anyway. So here's the things that I was looking at. So now we got a black candle setup. And now we have the RSI obviously at overbought levels with a negative divergence as well. So I liked everything that was going on here. So I just couldn't ignore this trade. So I went ahead and took it right bright and early in the morning on the 4th. And obviously, as you can see here, this is the nice move that followed. I mean, obviously, had I held this even longer, I would have made a lot more money. But my initial target, guys, was here. Was this level here. And I missed it on the 10th. As you can see here, this, I just didn't have a limit order set. When I put my orders in on the Thinkorswim mobile app, it doesn't give me like the price, expected price, like I do. Like it gives me a lot of the times on the desktop platform. So I just didn't have a limit set in. So this was my best exit here, and then I could have got back in, but whatever. I got out on the 14th here. When it gave me a signal that it could possibly be reversing. And basically, because I had this pattern on the daily charts as well, I was like, you know what, this could be going higher from here, so I'm not going to risk it. So I just took my profits and ran. I should have gotten back in a little sooner, but I didn't get back in until, it broke this level here. And then, I felt a little bit more comfortable. But again, it's not my main account, so I'm not always watching it. But when it broke this level and I was able to see that, hey, let me get back in and enjoy a little bit more of the move lower. So again, this is the black candle setup, guys. You'll learn more about that on Leo's charts and patterns course. So here we go. This is the move, basically, through the 14th. And I got out on the 14th, right around 10:40, and I'll go ahead and show you guys. So obviously, I got in here. Let me show you where I got in. I got in up here. Okay. So this was my entry here. And then we just let it ride. So we let the play. We let it ride. We let it ride. And then I didn't get out until here. When I saw this bounce off of the pivot. And then it was just time for me to take my profits. My best exit obviously would have been here had I had my limits set in, or had I caught this reversal pattern here. I mean, the options contract must have been worth at least $15 to $20 by this time, actually, or more, because I got out at 15. They should have been probably worth $20 to $25, probably, since they were a little bit more valuable, since they had a lot more time to go, but I missed it. But anyway, guys, here's the exit pattern. When I took my profits, it was this candle here. Kind of told me, hey, this may be it. So that will happen around 10:30. So I got out on this candle here, the 10:40 candle. Let me just double check. So 30, 40, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, okay, sorry, guys. So I got out on this candle here. The 10:40 actually was the one that formed the pattern. And I got out at... on this candle, sometime on this candle. Basically, it bounced off of the lows close to the pivot. Just gave me those signals. We had an uptrend. It failed to break this pivot. So it was just time for me to get out. And I did miss my best exit, like I said, on the 10th. But it was a good exit. I should have gotten back in, but I wasn't really paying attention too much. I probably would have got back in on the break of this pivot here and then just let it ride some more. But I didn't. It was fine. I was already up 6K in 10 days. Not that bad. Making 6K out of $1,300 is really not a bad play at all. I was happy. Called it a day. No need to keep watching the charts on my phone since I was away. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something, or you got motivated, inspired to see that, hey, if you wait for the right patterns, especially if you wait on them on the bigger picture type trades, type of setups, like on the daily, you can't go wrong if you have a plan. So obviously here, we waited for this nice setup. We had a death cross happening soon. Here was, all the signs were there. You couldn't deny this trade. And I just had to take it. If you wait for setups like this, you're probably going to have really a lot more success on your smaller accounts, especially trading the SPY. I mean, you can't deny these moves here. And on a black candle setup, like I always said, and you'll see the black candle. Obviously, this is a red candle on stockcharts.com, guys. Study those. When you see them coming up on a daily, you can scan for them. Basically, what you're looking for is a gap up that sells off, especially when this forms up a nice pattern like this. If you see a hammer, shooting star, if you see it hitting some resistance somewhere, all of those things add up, and it's like, hey, you know what, this is forming something nice. Is this a Head and Shoulders, or what am I seeing here? All of those little things, guys, just but on a bigger picture, it'll help you do a lot better overall, because it's just going to work better on smaller accounts instead of trying to day trade every day. And this is why I was able to turn $1,300 into $6,300 and profit by trading patterns like this and just waiting for the right opportunity to make more money. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment below.